So Petr just went out there and absolutely destroyed Merab Dvalishvili, which is incredible, insane. Merab is the bantamweight GOAT. So to go in there and basically Merab is incredible. And how I want to start this video off is by doing this. Well done, Jan. That was incredible. It was magnificent. I'm still hyped about it now. I'm currently filming this on Wednesday, the week after, obviously. I'm absolutely ecstatic about this win. It was incredible. To see someone go out there and Merab, it was insane. Dumping Merab on his head. Merab is the guy who dumps on heads. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he is that guy. And Jan just went in there and absolutely destroyed it. I'm going to hold my hands up and say, I wasn't the biggest believer in Jan. I know he's very good. Top caliber fighter, obviously ex-champion. People went out there and was like, oh, Jan is like unlucky, like Petr Yan, so unlucky. I thought, maybe, like, yeah, he definitely has some suspect losses on his record, but at the same time, you know, they are losses, and because they're that close, do you know what I mean? Like, if you're really good, like Merab, you can't say Merab had any close fights other than the Umar fight. You know, he absolutely destroyed everyone, so there's no argument for any bad losses. If that makes sense, it kind of makes sense to me. The highlights, I just want to talk about the highlights. 10 minutes, over 10 minutes. I think it was like 10 minutes, 24 seconds of highlights. That's 2 full rounds of MMA highlights. That's insane. 2 full MMA rounds of highlights. Do you know how crazy that is? Usually it's like 3 minutes, 4 minutes. 10 minutes, and they could have put more in there. Let's be honest, they could have put more in there. It was such a good fight. It had everything. Grappling, striking, everything. No real submission threats, but still, like, it was incredible. I thought Jan was going to get it done in there. I thought he was going to finish Merab a few times. When Merab got hit by that body kick, I think it was in the 2nd or 3rd round, and he literally went, "Argh!" I've never seen that in a UFC fight before. He kind of did it with O'Malley, but to see him do it then, like, literally shout out, I jumped out my seat. Like, I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. I could not believe what I was watching. I thought, here we go. Merab's going to do his thing like he always does. He's going to absolutely mollywop people because that's what he does. And he got mollywopped himself. Now, I've seen journalists and reporters such as Ariel Helwani say that Merab wasn't at 100% or could not have been. And he definitely could not have been. But at the end of the day, I actually think Merab was on point. When you re-watch that fight, he was doing everything that Merab does. He was trying to get the takedown. He was very relentless. It's just Petr Yan had an answer for everything that Merab threw at him. And that's what threw off Merab. And that's why Merab started deteriorating in there, because I feel like his motivation or his determination, his usual grit where he just pushes forward, it was getting stopped. And it's so disheartening when you're going for takedowns and you're going for strikes and you're just going for you're just trying to advance positions, and you're not getting anywhere and you're getting cracked and you're getting hurt. Like, I feel like Petr Yan almost broke him in there. Like, he didn't have an answer for anything, and he stopped the momentum. He wrestled the wrestler in there, which I think is such a good tactic to do against very dominant wrestlers. Now, I'm not saying if you're Sean O'Malley, go out there and wrestle Merab, because that's just stupid. Let's be honest, that's never going to work. But if you're someone like Petr Yan, who's got really good wrestling, then use it. Do not be scared of these caucus fighters when they start wrestling you. You've got to wrestle them back. Like I just said, if you are like a predominant striker, like let's say Dustin Poirier, I wouldn't say, oh, you should have wrestled Islam more. Not gonna work. Do you know what I mean? But like Petr Yan and Merab, the wrestling is kind of like this. So I think it was such a good tactic. And Merab did not like it. He hated it, in fact. I could see it all over his face when Petr Yan went in there and just started doing a Merab to Merab. He didn't know how to take it. He didn't like a taste of his own medicine, which is a really good game plan to defeat Merab, because you have to dishearten him. Because if not, he's not going to stop. He is going to come get you. And as soon as I saw that first takedown from Petr Yan, I thought, oh, he's in this. I mean, I knew he was in it anyway, but I thought, oh, this could be a very interesting matchup. And it was a spectacular matchup. Considering Merab absolutely battered Yan in their first fight, I now definitely believe that Petr Yan's hand was broken, like he said, because he just did amazing in there. But back to Ariel Helwani saying that Merab wasn't at 100% or could not be at 100%. Like I said, he definitely could not be, but I definitely think he was. You rewatch that fight, rewatch the highlights, rewatch the fight. Merab looked like Merab in there. Yeah, he got a little tiny bit tired, like tired in Merab terms, like tired for Merab, but not really. Like, he was getting tired because Yan had an answer for everything, and Merab is used to going in there and dictating the fight. And he couldn't dictate anything. He was getting dictated to, if that even makes sense. So I just think Merab was like, shiz, like I've never really been in a fight like this. It's a whole new experience for Merab. Yeah, Umar did push Merab. He definitely did push Merab to a limit. But Merab was just that much better, and he had answers. And he kind of did what Jan did to Merab. He wrestled the wrestler. You know what I'm saying? He did that with Umar, and I think it shocked Umar. The same thing that happened with Merab and Umar happened with Jan and Merab, if you ask me. Which, by the way, how crazy is it that two of the best bantamweight fights in the history, Merab is in them, in my opinion. That Petr Yan versus Merab was the best fight ever in bantamweight history. It was maybe my favourite fight of all time. And then the same with Umar versus Merab. I thought that fight was absolutely spectacular. And as you can see, I'm still buzzing off it now. I really want Petr Yan to have a long reign. I think it would be sick. Because when it comes to mixed martial arts, he is the embodiment of that. I don't even know if that's a word, if I'm honest. He is mixed martial arts. He's got everything. Kicks, punches, elbows, spinning, techie, mad stuff, wrestling, submissions. He's got it all. I'm getting buzzed just thinking about it. Honestly, he is now one of my favourite fighters. He was up there. Obviously, if you're an MMA fan, you know that Petr Yan is one of the best fighters to watch. He's got it all, like I've just said. But I thought he wasn't going to get back up there, if I'm honest. And his 3 wins, they were decent wins. I thought, yeah, he's doing well. But it's not Merab, and it's not an Umar. Do you know what I mean? I thought he needed like the next level up test before the belt. Obviously he didn't, and he just did amazing. And after that performance, I'm starting to think he might be Umar. Who knows? Like, he could be anyone on his day. You know, I'm just so excited about what is next, because even though I really started to enjoy Merab's style because he did become very entertaining, it's just nice to have that switch up. You know what I'm saying? It really is nice to have that switch up, change it, fresh champion, fresh matchups. Now everyone is literally breathed life into the bantamweight division, because at the end of the day, everyone had been beaten by Merab. Completely changed the dynamics of the bantamweight division. There is a new champion, fresh matchups. Everyone's basically been beaten by Merab. So it completely turns the whole thing on its head, and I'm super excited for it. I just want to give praise to Petr Yan again. It might have been the best fight of all time, in my opinion. It had everything. It was so good. And I love it when you're watching an MMA fight or a boxing bout or whatever, and you expect someone to win and it just doesn't go that way. I mean, unless it's a fighter that I like, then I'm a bit upset, you know what I'm saying? Body work. Obviously, you have to hit the body. Everyone knows this. When you're trying to slow opponents down, hit the body, hit the legs. Hit the body, hit the legs. The body shots really got to Merab. He hurt him so many times in there. Petr Yan hurt Merab so many times in there. Like, he was grimacing. Like, I think he hurt him in every round apart from the second, because he hit him with a punch in the head in the first, I'm pretty sure. And he rocked him there. So it was just, like I say, it had everything. It was spectacular. And I love it when a wrestler kind of gets humbled a little bit. I do really like to see it. It's just entertaining and it's shocking. Like, the X factor of this fight, the X factor around this fight was just the shock factor. Like, it was just like, what the hell am I watching here? Petr Yan is one of the best to ever do it. Maybe Lucas Tracy was right. Maybe he is top 10 fighters of all time. I really do hope Petr Yan goes on a run now. You know, I think that would be great for the bantamweight division. Fresh champion, fresh matchups, and just absolute killer instinct. Who doesn't love a Petr Yan bout? We all love it. Merab in that cage, he said, I tried to be entertaining and all that. I do think he turned it up a little bit with the striking. But at the same time, yeah, that was Merab at 100%. I know every fighter doesn't fight at 100%, but do you know what I mean? He was fit to fight and he looked really good. Petr Yan just looked better. When you rewatch that fight, I'm challenging you to go rewatch that fight. Merab looked really good. He looked just like he normally does, except a little bit disheartened as the fight goes, because Petr Yan was that good. He just had an answer for absolutely everything. The 1-2 body kick he was ripping it constantly. And there was a body shot, I think it was in the 4th round, and it was, mate, I grimaced watching it. It was just like, mate, This guy is getting messed up and I'm here for it. It was such a good fight. I know I keep saying it, but I just can't help how hyped I am. One thing I quickly want to add is Merab just couldn't get his single leg off. He took Petr down a couple of times, but I believe that one of them was like he was on his back like that and he fell down and took him down like behind, like a backwards takedown. I don't know what you call that. He kind of like bear hugged him to the ground. And the second one was in a scramble with, when Jan took him down, he kind of reversed it and took him down. I don't think he landed a single leg. I need to rewatch it because I've only rewatched it a few times and I can't remember. But I need to go and rewatch it and make sure that he didn't. But I'm pretty sure he couldn't get a single leg off. And if you know Merab, then you know single leg is his choice. It is his choice. He likes to run the pipe a lot. Simple and effective, and it bloody works. That's how I'm going to end this video. Amazing performance. Cannot wait to see Petr Yan back in there. What a way to end the ESPN era, and what a way to start the Paramount era. I cannot believe it. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this, and I'll catch you in the next one.